Oh shit, oh shit. Hey! What's up, everybody? Oh. Happy Monday! What's up, y'all? Oh, this sweater, this old thing? It's Teddy Fresh. It's Teddy Fresh. It's Teddy Fresh. It's one of my favorites. I love a color block. I love a color block. I know, girl. Sweater weather. It's sweater weather. Let me see if I can. Yeah, see, it just keeps doing that. That's perfect. We still need to be looking at my closet. My audio's low. Thank you so much. This ever-loving thing. Oh, I see. Why is that so low? Is that better? Is that better? I should be doing homework, but I'm sick and would rather hang with my girlies. Oh, feel better. What kind of sick are we? Would a nice warm tea help? It's almost time for me to have a mug of tea and do these shows. I'm excited. You were in my ear now. I'm in your walls, War Pixel. Yeah, I love a color block. I am a color block girly. I am a stripes girly. I am a multiple patterns in the same outfit girly. I consider stripes a neutral. So I will do stripes and a pattern. That's my favorite look is stripes and a bold pattern together. A black and white stripe and then a floral. Obsessed. Love that so much. I guess it's called dopamine dressing. I'm definitely dopamine. I'm a dopamine dresser, and I feel like Hila is too. Teddy Fresh is major dopamine dressing vibes to me. You know, we just always make up new terms, don't we, for things? Yeah, it's just being. Oh, that looks like shit. Let me see. Yeah, super colorful, maximalist, I would say, would be a good term for it. Let me see. There we go. Isn't that cute? Okay, girl. Get your shit together, Kate. But yeah, so just super colorful, different prints, mixing, matching, and all that. That's definitely my vibe all the time. And then my wife says I also have witchy librarian vibe, which I think goes with the eclectic style. So I just feel like I've reached my full form for sure. I like gothic emo aesthetic. Ooh, throwback. I love that. Girl chat vibes. Listen, if ever there were a night to have girl chat vibes, it's tonight. I have 5 new works dresses. Ooh, I gotta check them out. My faves, obviously, I like Teddy Fresh. I like ASOS a lot. ASOS Curve has lots of cool stuff, and it's very mix and match and sort of mail. Hit or miss. Oh, thank you. Oh,
Sabo
yes.
Borso gave $2. Love you, Olivia, our slay queen.
We love you, Olivia. We love you so much. But yeah, ASOS, their curve, ASOS Curve, it's hit or miss. They put out tons of stuff, I'm sure. I know it's terrible fast fashion, but listen, when you're a big bitch, if you want to wear cool shit, you got to go where the cool shit is. So, yeah, I usually will be able to get a couple of cool pieces out of ASOS for not a ton of money. It's not always super cheap. And that's a staple for me. I've definitely amassed a lot of cool shit from there over the past few years. They've been my staple for sure. Just weird shit, you know? I just like weird clothes because we only live once. I concur as a big bitch. Yeah, we're going through enough. Okay. Let the skinny bitches be a little more ethical. Because they have choices. Lala, yes, dress in Lala. I have I have one of their play suits, which I really like, although it does shrink in the wash because it's very stretchy. Or do I have two? I have Dressed in Lala and Tabby, Taby. That's another one. Should I do like a plus size clothing faves thing sometime? Let me write that down. Because you guys liked when I talked about Bloom Chic for the bathing suits. Let me just add that into the Cali here. Let's see, plus size clothing. Listen, we are in a golden age of plus size clothing. Like I rag on some brands sometimes, but it's never been better. It's never been better in the clothing market for big bitches. We actually have choices. We have options and different price ranges. So yeah, I will definitely do a roundup of my faves, and we'll do that sometime in the future. I'm so glad that Teddy Fresh does at least 2X, 3X, you know? Ray, I have a dress from Ray that it's the same dress that I'll have to wear it one night on here. Did you all watch the show Shrill with A.D. Bryant? I wanted every single piece of clothing she had. Every single piece of clothing. I did buy one of the dresses. I was completely influenced by her. Is it this one? It's like similar to this. It's like a shirt dress, but it has like pretty stripes. I just want to see if I can find it. Like just such pretty, bright clothing. And I think this did really inspire my fashion journey. I can't call it that. Let me think. I think it was Ray. I think it was a Ray dress. I guess I'll just have to show it to you sometime, guys. So yeah, I bought the same one that she wore in an episode because I just loved it so much, and it was not cheap. But yeah, I think that just really seeing her wearing like all this cute ass shit in bright, beautiful colors, I was like, oh, we can do that. You know what I mean? So shout out A.D. Bryant and that show. Not sure if you talked about this yet, but what were your thoughts on Cardi B's joke about her plus size merch selling out? Oh God, I haven't heard that joke. Do any of y'all know Betsy Johnson? I only have her shoes, but I love her stuff. Her shit is crazy. I've seen a lot of her bags. And she has a lot of like big bows on stuff. And I love that stuff for sure. Fashion show at lunch. I'm able to dress nice thanks to Brazil. They make good plus size clothing. Interesting. 80 talked about how it was really eye-opening for stylists on that show because it was so hard to find cool shit. Welcome to our life. But they did an amazing job. They really found some gorgeous stuff. Emmy Ave. Yeah, Dressed in Lala has cool shit. Sleepy Peach was another one. I gotta go through my labels and I'll tell you guys. For sure. Walmart girly, good oversized hoodies there. Do what makes you happy. Like if wearing clothes is like if comfort is number one for you, which it is for me like 90% of the time, fucking do it. But sometimes if I go out, I want to wear something cool. I want to be bright and be happy and get compliments, you know, like, oh my God, I love that. That's so weird. That's so cool. I love talking to people about shit, you know, do what you want to do. Chat, can I overshare something that funny, weird that happened to me this weekend? Yes, you may share with the class. Teddy Fresh made me feel so confident going all out with my clothing and also find my style. Yeah. And like, it's so funny because obviously like being raised in the 90s and early 2000s when everyone was like rail thin, and also by a boomer parents who had a very different idea about like how to dress your body, right? I spent a lot of my life just like hiding my body as if wearing bigger things would make people think I wasn't fat. And then I realized, like, everyone in the world has eyes. Well, most people in the world have eyes, and they can see what I look like, right? Like, me wearing a cardigan doesn't make it look like my arms aren't fat. I just have fat arms, right? Wearing a, like, kind of a boxy shirt, or like wearing a long shirt doesn't like get rid of my stomach. And boxy shirts actually look really fucking cute with like with a skirt, right? Like, that's the best cut, I think, for wearing like a cool skirt. And you just gotta just go for it. I mean, we have had this talk. Hang on one second. We have had this talk before about the beach, but just in general, people know what your body looks like. The people you love, the people you care about, they know what your body looks like. Wear what you want. Some dude from my high school, grown-ass man now, sent me little person foreplay and then told me that one time he was chewing on a used condom and it burst in his mouth. Huh? Why did he do this? You just got to roll with the rolls. Like, I've never had cuter stuff. I've never had cuter clothes. I wear a 3XL hooding hoping nobody will realize what's underneath. Get out of that. Stop it. I mean, if you want to, wear whatever you want. But if you're really just like hiding, you need to get more like plus size influencers and creators in your feed. Specifically, like girlies that love to dress, and it'll change how you look at the world, because you will look at these women and be like, oh my God, that's so cute. And then you're like, wait, that looks like my body. So why wouldn't that look cute on me? You know, it just like changes your brain a little bit. I just love a big hoodie, tiny pants, giant oversized pants and hoodies, not hiding, just millennial punk goth kid. Oh, hell yeah. Like, that's the thing. If it depends on the motive, right? If it's holding you back, break out of it. But if it's just what you love, then fucking wear it. You know? Oversized shirts make me look bigger than crop tops because I have broad shoulders but a small waist. Also, think about this. The fact that when people say this is more flattering on you, that always means you look smaller. That is what flattering means. And I just had that realization one day. I was like, why is flattering? Why is the only meaning for flattering in fashion making you look smaller, right? This is my size, you know? I'm not trying to flattening. I'm not trying to a plus size creator, Virgie Tovar. I love her style. Let me pull her up. I love Virgie Tovar's style. She wears the coolest shit. Like, I idolize this biatch when it comes to fashion. Like, look at her. She's just having so much fun. Just fucking rocking out, doing her thing. So fun, so cute. She does great accessories. Just like, look how cute she is. And it just makes you think like, oh, well, I'm kind of that size. Why wouldn't I also look cute? You know? Look at her just having fun, being adorable. This one is like exactly something I would wear. I just feel super uncomfortable in tight clothes. It makes me feel like I'm not even wearing clothes. Yeah, do whatever you want to do. Yeah, she's so fucking cute. And Chub Life. She's also like a fat activist as well. So 10 out of 10 recommend her. I actually did an interview with her a while ago. Maybe I will release that. Would y'all like to see that? I should go into my archives and pull that up from my past life on YouTube. Let me make a note to myself for that. With the fuck ass bun. That's right. We love a fuck ass bun here, don't we, folks? Ethan helped me embrace my size when he was thick, but Teddy Fresh still caters to me, but Ethan inspires me still. Oh, I love that. Yeah, so Virgie's great, and I think if you start with her, you're going to see who she hangs out with and who she collabs with, and you can click on them and, you know, kind of find your people that way. Girl with a fuck ass bun. I'm stalling, okay? I'm stalling. Oh, not really stalling, but look. I'm so bad at this. I would be a terrible weather lady. We're getting close to, well, 7,800 right now. Let me see where we were at the end of last episode. I've started tracking like where we end. So the end of last episode, we were at 7740. So we've gotten 51 new subbies in 2 days, since September 6th. So that's awesome. And yes, once we hit 10K, we will have memberships and new content, stuff behind the paywall and all of that. 51's a lot for 2 days. I know. I'm very happy with it. I kind of couldn't believe it. So yeah, we are like 2,200 away from opening up the memberships and getting this train rolling. And y'all know, like, I already have some stuff planned, and we'll see what else we'll see what else feels comfortable at this moment. I have said, like, in the beginning, there might not be as much actual members content. I want us to manage expectations because I still have a job, and probably will for a while, probably a long while. Who knows? My wife is like, you're going to need to do this for like years before it happens. I'm like, don't crush my dreams of exploding overnight. She's very practical, and I love her for that. So in the beginning, I mean, there will be some stuff, but it will be limited, right? Well, I'll do what I can. And I just hope that y'all will see it as a way to help me keep going instead of quitting. Not that I want to quit, but I would just love to do this full time. And so that'll be really, really helpful, right? So yeah, thank you, my pals. What is this reality check? Come on, what do you mean? Okay, so let's talk about the show today. We got some sad news at the top. I think some of us,
because it is,
I think some of us wondered what was going on, right? But we didn't want to speculate. Somebody said in chat last time that, you know, Olivia hasn't been on since the Adam video happened. And I was like, as far as we know, she's sick, right? But she's been like so silent everywhere that I think a lot of us were wondering. And it's, I mean, and like people are saying, it's not really a surprise based on how things have been going. And so let's just hear the announcement from Ethan about the fact that Olivia is on a little bit of a break. And of course, this shit is being dumb. There we go. There we go. Okay, so here is Ethan talking about where Olivia has been and where she will be until further notice.
we're going to be having fun because it is so insane. But there's also something not fun that I need to announce today, which is that our dear beloved Olivia is taking a mental health break from the show. And so I mean, listen, it is what it is. Obviously, we all love her. We are in touch with her.
And she loves everybody.
We are wishing her well. Yeah, she's the best. She's the greatest. She can do no wrong.
Olivia,
stand up at home. She's watching at home. Stand up, Olivia.
I hope she is.
We will miss her and the joy that she brings to the office every single day.
Absolutely.
It's a
AB, don't say it like it's forever, please. The way he said that, I mean, maybe I'm just reading into it, but we will miss her. I mean, maybe he's just making it sound like that hasn't been the case the whole time, right? And it's like starting going forward. But I was like, shh, don't say that. Don't say it like that.
It's a mental health break.
Yeah.
Okay, she's not dead.
She needs to take a break, focus on herself a little bit.
Which I totally get. So we love her. Send her your best wishes, and it's all good. I mean, listen, it's understandable, sad but understandable. We've all know this has kind of been going on the past week, so we've all kind of already been chewing on it. I've been
Yeah, so I mean, that's confirmation that her being sick was just. I mean, she was taking time, like she was taking time off since the video came out. Adam McIntyre did a video about her specifically and AB, but you know, she's in the thumbnail. So I'm certain that she took the brunt of it. And I mean, we can talk a little bit more about that, but let's watch the rest of this.
in touch with her still. We had a nice talk, and we love Olivia.
Yes.
Forever.
Yeah, so
Forever.
share your positivity with her, and I'm sure she would love to see that. No, we're not doing that. It's a mental health break.
I'm sorry.
Fucking Zach.
We're not doing
Then there's Zach being like, well, she's gone.
that.
These boys, I swear.
Yeah, this is Saint
This
Olivia.
is perfect.
She's been christened. You know, I just heard there was the first millennial saint. You hear about that?
Yeah.
So now we're moving on to the saint stuff. Olivia is. I saw someone refer to it as her being on sabbatical, which I love. It makes me sad. It makes me angry that it's come to this. I think that this happening is probably a big reason why Ethan wants to try to not even rehabilitate, but like correct the record, because it's gotten to the point where his team is really being impacted. Like their mental health is being impacted. And like, I don't want to say that this is just about Adam, right? I don't want to say that he's to blame for all of this, but like, how can you be somebody who just pursues the destruction of other people like this and think that you are on the right side of things? Like, if you think of Adam and some of the other people involved in this, this is like, Alex, I saw you say, like, this is what they want. They want these people to crumble emotionally. Like, we've heard Mike from PA saying it, right? That he wants, essentially, that they want Ethan to kill himself, and maybe Hila to kill herself too. Like, they are just pushing people to the edge who don't deserve it. I think very few people deserve this treatment, right? And so I don't see how you do that and have any sort of a conscience or a soul. And it's extra upsetting because I think Adam knows exactly what the fuck he's doing. And he's doing it to people that don't deserve it. Like, what did Olivia do to deserve this? To be treated like this and to be put into... Basically, what these people have done is they have created a hostile work environment for her, and they don't even work with her, right? That's the thing about working in like the public eye. So I hate it. This is just another reason that I am just disappointed in the way that Adam moves on the internet, the way he treats his friends. Like, Olivia is in her early 20s, and she's an actor. She's just a sensitive person, and I'm the same way. And I mean, we saw the way that she was upset with herself when she thought that she wasn't seeing like the full picture of like an essay situation and how it upset her. I can't imagine how this shit has been devastating for her. And it's all manufactured. They have manufactured all of this outrage in her direction when she hasn't done anything wrong and she isn't a bad person, but they have just been hell-bent on making her think she is a terrible person to get at Ethan. There's definitely some misogyny in there, right? Adam doesn't have friends. He has resources he abuses. Absolutely. Agree with that. She has been, and I hopefully will be in the future, such a brightness on the show. I think she brings an important perspective as both a young person and a young woman, right? She also comes with her own history, her own history, her own stories. And I think she's been such a value add to this show, and I want her to do what's right for her, but it's so unfair. What's happening to her is so unfair. She doesn't deserve this. Nobody on the show deserves this. And to do this, to pile on the way Adam has on somebody who he considered a friend is just so mean. It's so mean-spirited. It's just so gross, and it's also not productive. Like nobody in Gaza, nobody in Palestine in general is helped by this behavior. Who is helped by Olivia needing a mental health break? Nobody. Y'all suck at picking targets. You pick soft targets like a terrorist. You pick soft targets because you know that you will get a reaction from them, and that reaction makes you feel like you are being productive in this genocide, right? It makes you feel like you are doing something to affect change, when really you're just being a fucking bully. You're being a bully. You're acting like a terrorist, attacking soft targets that don't deserve it, instead of channeling your energy and your outrage and your anger toward the people in power. And now you're intimidating people who agree with you out of their fucking jobs. Like, Olivia has been extremely vocal about the genocide and about Israel, right? She has regularly spoken up on the show about it and shown so much empathy for people. How does silencing her, how does silencing this pro-Palestinian voice help anybody in Palestine? Like, Hassan complains about how Ethan silences pro-Palestinian voices. And y'all literally scared Olivia off the internet.
What did he do?
Why did that just start playing? Shame on you for
I would
promoting
love to
Destiny.
deep dive on what did he do.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, I see my thing. Whose community harassed Olivia into quitting. I hope you're joking. I hope you're joking. Is this... Wait, is she being serious? I promoted Destiny? Oh, maybe Kathy's new here. Hang on one second. Maybe Kathy's new here. Hey, Kath. Hey, Kath. I feel like I saw Kathy last episode and she was saying some weird shit. New Kathy just dropped? LOL, shut up, Kathy. Yeah, she was, I can't remember what she said last episode, but I was like, I don't know what that is. I don't know why you said that. I can't remember what it was, though. So yeah, I'm just sad. I'm very sad. I'm frustrated. I'm angry at the people who caused this, and the fact that they will never take accountability, right? Because they think that they're on some supremely moral crusade, right? Well, the lay people do, like Ethan was saying today. But Adam McIntyre knows what he's doing, making a video about Olivia. I don't think it's a coincidence that a video of his came out a week ago about her, and now she needs to take time away from the internet. It's awful. It's awful. The good news is, though, there's been an outpouring of support for her on Reddit. Let me see if I can find some good ones. I wish there was a way for us to like send her flowers or something, you know, just to let her know that, because this is the thing, like I want her to come back. Of course I want her to come back, but I also want her to do whatever works for her, whatever is best for her, you know? And I think everybody on the crew feels the same way. She's just so good on camera, and I think she really does have a career online no matter what. But, you know, I love her as part of the crew. I think she just brings something beautiful to the show. Let me just search Olivia and see what comes up, because people are posting all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so if you're feeling sad or you want to go, oh Jesus Christ, if you want to go check it out, we've got, let me see. Yeah, that looks really good, right, guys? People are just posting their favorite Olivia moments. We love you so much, Olivia. So you can go check them out over on Reddit. This one was funny. I was like, what the fuck is this about? We judged Olivia too harshly. Her Uber Eats order was very high, but maybe we could have been more supportive during this time. So yeah, people are trying to buck up about it, you know, some gallows humor. I hope this is not a forever thing, but I've also prepared myself in the event that it is, right? But unlike these snarkers, unlike Adam, unlike all these people that have just been like on this completely pointless campaign to get her to quit, I actually care about her, right? And I know that y'all care about her too. And so we're going to be cool and we're not going to be weird. And whatever choice she makes, we are going to throw our love and support behind her, right? I just want to send her endless vanilla ice blended from Coffee Bean. Maybe we could send her a Coffee Bean gift card. I feel like she's for sure gone. I hope you're wrong. I'm gonna check into a way that we could maybe send her something. I don't know how we would do it, but I do have a connect. So I'm gonna see what we could do, and maybe we could just, you know, do a little chip in situation for that. It really says a lot about a person if they have the urge and capability to be so hateful towards someone who is so kind-hearted. Exactly. And also someone who is speaking up on behalf of the people you are so concerned about in a place where you think those conversations aren't happening. right? Let's say for argument's sake, Ethan is this rabid, malignant Zionist, right? And the only people that speak up against him are AB and Olivia. That's like the narrative, right? Well, now there's one less person speaking up against him. So now everyone watching the show is getting even less pushback against Ethan and his toxic Zionism, right? Like, it's so dumb. It's so useful. I mean, it's so useless. Haley, I love you. So yeah, we'll talk more about Tamara and other people. Let's get her a coffee cart, some slippers, and a copy of a good book. Oh, that sounds so nice. I am a huge proponent of sending like just a devastatingly beautiful bouquet of flowers. He's about to know me personally. Oh, Haley, I love that you have an unhinged side. That's so funny. Did the pressure come from snarkers? I think it was those Destiny fans that brigaded the sub. Maybe. It could have been. I mean, I'm sure it was everyone. We got to get her a soup gift card too. Bitch, I am like envisioning like a basket that we could make for her now. Ugh. Oh, and Sons. It's just so sad. Haley gonna drop a comment. Yeah, so very, very upsetting, very disappointing. Not disappointed in Olivia. Olivia, do what you need to do. Listen to your heart, listen to your brain, listen to your body. But disappointed in the internet, disappointed in the way that people prioritize money and followers and engagement and like cachet, right? Like political cachet over like genuine friendship, genuine kindness. And I hate that shit, all that toxic stuff is what is lucrative. Because then people like Olivia just get caught up in it. It's very, very sad. Olivia, let me handle this curly-headed fuck. Haley, I love you. Okay, I'm gonna noodle on a way for us to get something to Olivia, and think about what that could be, something that'll be meaningful. I love the idea of like the coffee bean gift card because we know our girl is getting them every single day, right? And then we'll see where we can go from there. Okay. Does that sound good? Maybe on, if I have information, if we can do something Wednesday, maybe we can do like a little fundraiser or something. Is there a way to contribute other than through Discord? Still don't know how to use Discord. Contribute to what? Truck of soup and coffee, bean vanilla frap. Hell yeah. Oh, is she door dashing or Ubering? All right, I will look into it. I'll look into the way she does it. I don't know if she Postmates it or what. I'm not using Discord. I haven't decided how we're gonna do this yet. Okay. I'm gonna try, and I'm also gonna try to find a way to. If we do this, for y'all to send your money securely, right? Instead of just like collecting it by Venmo, because I want to keep things proper, above board and professional from the start, you know? And I hope y'all will appreciate that. It might be hard for people to send money other countries' currencies. Yeah. So I think we could also do, no, please steal my CC info, Kate. I think there might also be, I think it would be good to do like an electronic card or something. So we'll figure it out. Like I've at work, if someone leaves, everyone can like sign this electronic card and it's really cool. Ooh, a GoFundMe. That could work, right? Because it's not paying her wages. We're going to the moon with Guam coin, and then I'm fucking rug pulling your asses. An electronic card for Ian. Okay, great. So we'll do a. I'm gonna check to see that this is okay to do, and then see what's appropriate. And then we will find a way for everybody to contribute that wants to, okay? GoFundMe does not take a portion. A dedicated PayPal. Okay, I'll look into it. Super easy with PayPal. Okay, cool. I think, GoFundMe takes a lot? Maybe it does. I did it for my sister and we raised a ton of money when my niece had cancer. I don't remember if it took a lot of the money out. Okay, cool. That's great. Okay, great. I'm glad that we are all having this meeting. It is so ordered. When I'm off of here, I will start chatting and see if I can get an idea of how to do this appropriately. Does that sound good? All right. So let's get into a little bit more of the episode. We did get a Dishing with Dan, which everybody loves, and it was a pretty wild update. The Wall Street Journal came through with the receipts. What is it, like a month ago, they talked about a letter that they had found from Trump to Epstein, right? This really creepy letter. And they gave us the text, but they didn't show what it was. And I remember they kind of explained it, that it was written over a woman's body, which I'm not entirely sure it was an adult woman, the more that I look at it. But now they're like, oh no, we were telling the truth. It's real. You guys can keep coping, but it really did happen. So here is Dan just dishing it up for us.
Wall Street Journal has released
The picture?
the picture of Trump's message.
No way.
Holy.
This is it?
This is it.
They had it.
Whoa.
Why did he do this? It definitely looks like a prepubescent body to me. I don't understand like why he did it on this, unless, I mean, it just seems like it was a like obsessive, like they were both obsessively into children. Like that's what it feels like to me looking at this, right? Like that does not look like a woman's body at all. And something that other people have pointed out that I saw, in addition to, you know, just how gross this is in general, is the line that says, it's such a bad quality, enigmas never age. We need to take a brief break for a little French lesson, okay? So, enigma, there's an anagram of enigma that is gamine, Gamine. And gamine, the direct translation is little girl. But it also can mean like it's like a specific body type and style, which means like a younger looking woman, like a tiny little woman. Like, let me look up gamine. If you think about like Twiggy back in the day, or Mia Farrow, right? They're just like these little tiny wafy girls. Audrey Hepburn is like a perfect example as well. Très gamine, very like just tiny and kind of like not very curvy, and yeah, just basically looking like a child, looking more childlike, I would say. So that's, yeah, and Audrey Hepburn was like the poster girl for the gamine look. So some people are speculating that enigmas never age means gamine, never age. And he's talking about little girls. This is not how I want to learn French culture, yeah. But this is like just showing, I know we've talked a little bit about, like when everyone was like, ew, Gary and Donna, right? Which we all agree now was a gross start to their relationship. But it just shows you that it was completely like ingrained in the culture for women who looked like they hadn't gone through puberty to be attractive to men. There's apparently a lot of trafficking from Belgium. Oh, God. Isn't this all a little too intelligent for Trump, though? I don't think it's too intelligent for Jeffrey, and Guylaine is French. Like the fact that Guylaine is French, she most certainly could have taught them what a gamine is. Belgian trafficking, wow. Guylaine she didn't just speak French, she is French, right? Like she's from France. So, I mean, to me, we don't know anything, right? But that is this whole thing is so weird, right? This whole thing is weird. Like the fact that there's no like head or limbs. The fact that this is clearly not the body of an adult. Like, did Trump draw this? Is it based on a specific person? Did they dismember someone? Like, what is this? Literally just saying we get older, but the girls stay the same age. Exactly. Les gamines. He learns one French word and puts in all his pervert letters. All his pervert letters. Who has tits this high? Exactly. It's because it's like a flat, I think it's just like a flat chest. It's just like the little indent of like a prepubescent girl. I kind of love that they let Trump lie and waited to release this. Yeah. And I mean, like Ethan said, right? Like this, they're not going to care. They're not going to believe anything that's said. But yeah, this is pretty fucking gnarly. This is really gross. The whole thing is gross. And it's like, oh, it's like a script. As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you, Donald. So like, yeah, like last time you guys like fucked a little girl together. I do think it's sus, but consider Trump is bad at drawing. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems such the structure, everything about this is just so bizarre. I think they have more and they are dropping it slowly to maintain the attention on it. Well, that's cool. I hope that we do get more. He's an FBI informant. Is that what they're saying now? About Epstein or about Trump? Okay, I'm late, but I just want to say I'd never thought about the fact that Ethan wanted to change their reputation has something to do with one of the crew members actually leaving due to harassment. I mean, that feels like a line in the sand to me, right? Like a watershed moment. They're saying Trump's an informant. So stupid. I do. I know the victims had their speech, right? And Trump like flew fighter jets over them. So stupid. So I'm hoping they release their list. I don't know why they wouldn't. I don't know why they wouldn't, you know? Ethan is doing everything he can to make this all stop. Exactly. You can draw better boobs as a guy. I could do that in 3rd grade. He was going for this look. Exactly. And I feel like no man is drawing an adult woman for himself without some serious jugs on her. You know what I mean? This really looks like a headless, limbless body that sometimes gets washed up on shore. I know. That's why I'm like, it feels criminal on multiple levels to me, right? Always with the jugs. I mean, you can't leave them out. Yeah, I do believe Trump draws big boobs on all his briefings, right? Like he's just doodling boobs. As a gay, I can draw a woman's body 100 times better. This dude fucks kids. And do you or do you not, Trey, draw moderate to large jugs when you draw a woman's body? I really do think that this is more than just pedophilia. I think that there is like more of a darker crime to it, is what it seems like to me. Like it feels like he is like reliving it as he's writing it. It just feels like he's horny while he's writing it, and that he knows that Jeffrey will be horny when he reads it. Oh, she's got hangers. I believe it was Swinging Titties of Justice. Exactly. So yeah, this is fucking foul. That is clearly just like the chest of a child. Right? I don't understand why he made it a script. It's just so strange. It's so strange. You think they were gay lovers? I feel like we're just scratching the surface, and the declassified stuff that will come out decades later will be horrifying. Ugh. Well, and I'm thinking, okay, you throw a body in the ocean and you never know who did it. He was probably posturing. He had a pseudo-intellectual phase. Trump did? Reliving the lines they've spoken once before. Yeah, that's what it feels like. The enigmas never age. Feels like a little wink wink. You know what I mean? Yeah, I imagined a more sultry figure too. A more like traditionally womanly figure, right? But that's not boobs. Like that's just a flat chest. That's just like the indentations of the pectoral muscles, but there is like a little hip to it. So I don't think it's a man. It's a young girl. Gross. Very gross. So that's your French lesson for tonight. Gamine. Enjoy. Enjoy. Did they talk about gamine on the show? I can't remember if they did, if they touched on that or not today. Let me see if they did. Gamine. No, it doesn't look like it. Those are clavicles. Yeah, they're pretty high up. They're pretty high up. They're not high enough to be clavicles, though. Everything I've learned about French has been against my will. What about my banner? Is it bad? I mean, I guess I can turn it off. We're not talking about Destiny anymore. Okay. So then things got into, I don't think it's collarbones, gang. That's so low. Collarbones are right near your neck. This is down under the armpits. Thanks for the likes, everybody. Right? It's too low. It's boobs. Well, it's not boobs, it's like pecs or like just chest muscles, which I guess is pecs. That's a kid's. Nah, that's a kid's tits. Oh my God. Let's hope I can monetize this episode. All right. And then Ethan got further into talking about the truly like just insane amount of misinformation that's happening, and the fact that it is leaching into everything, right? Everybody's hearing it, and I think he's just feeling like he can't get a leg up anymore on it. And he watched this really interesting interview with with Hutch, and I guess it's an H3 Fallen fan. I haven't watched it yet. But it was definitely interesting to hear this person talking about just talking out of their ass. Like, they don't know anything, right? They do not know anything, and but they speak so confidently about it. But first up, I wanted to, I actually am focusing here mostly on the crew and what they had to say. I don't know if we should watch like the Hutch video or not. Hutch seems really great. Yeah, I like that he doesn't mince words. He's not like trying to be like, okay, but what if this? He's just like, that's a lie. That's not true. That's just not true. Like, I like that he seems pretty grounded, and interested in like the actual truth. For every person that says some dumb shit, we make them a shame banner with their name. Oh, you did make me an Adam one, didn't you? Fuck, I didn't put that one up here. Let me go get it. It was a good one, too. Okay. This is worth it, guys. Oh là 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 là, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Okay, there we go. All right, we'll just do it over. We'll just keep stacking on. We'll just keep stacking on this one. We got short guys fuck. And new from Haley's comment, we have a new overlay, gang, which I'm definitely going to hit loop on. Don't you worry. Drum roll, please.
You've got mail.
K-Boo gave $5. Remember
Thank
that 10-minute
you.
video with all the clips that show them being anything but Zionists? You spoke about, but it never really trended anywhere.
Oh. So there already is a video? I don't know if I remember that, of all of their stuff. They need to make one and like put it everywhere, because STFU, that's what I'm looking for. Amazing, Haley. There it is. Okay, great. Yeah, they definitely need to do something. Adam, shut the fuck up. Literally no one believes you, girl. Just log off for a few years or disappear or something. Good one, Haley. Shout out Haley's comment. Always making banger overlays. Go check out Haley's new video too. She's the best. She's linked in my description if you guys want to check her out. And thank you for the gift, Kristen. Love you, girly. All right. So let's hear from the crew, because in addition to potentially Olivia needing a break from all this bullshit, we don't know that that's the reason, but it certainly could be after all of the pressure I'm sure she's gotten, especially in the last week. And I will say, like, I have started getting shit from Adam people. I can just tell, because they're all saying the pedo troll thing, and that's what he was really hammering, right? As soon as he started hammering that, I started getting people saying that. Listen, come close, young ones. I am almost 40 years old. I grew up in the early 2000s, the 90s, early 2000s, when bullying was in person and it was an art. I was also then in an abusive marriage for 8 years. And then I harassed Trumpers for 5 years and got a lot of shit from them. I don't care what you think. And they're like you have no power here, okay? You have no power here. Let's just all do our thing. I don't care if you think I'm fat or I am stupid or I am, oh, what did someone call me today? They said that I am Ethan's most ardent cultist. None of that permeates, okay? It's not going to make me change my mind. It's not going to shame me off the internet, right? I'm a grown up and I have been through a lot. Shit that you can't even imagine. Shit that I hope never happens to you, right? But the real world is coming for you. Reality is coming. And you would do well to be kinder to people. Because one day you're going to wake up and you are going to be almost 40. And you are going to look back to the way that you treated people. And you are going to blush with shame. And you can think I'm wrong and stupid and think that you're completely right, because I was the same way. I was the same way in my early 20s and my teens, right? I thought I knew everything and everything I did was justified, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And you might get fat too. Which apparently is like the cardinal sin of the internet, right? So what I'm saying is, like, thanks for the engagement. Love you. Feel free to keep commenting pedo troll over and over again. You know what I mean? Regret is the number one thing people on their deathbed think about. Yeah. And I know this, and I've said before, I know this because at different points in my life, I was a mean girl, right? Like, I certainly regret things. And I have certainly reached out to people and apologized to them for the way that I treated them, right? Because being a middle schooler is fucking hell. Being an elementary schooler can be fucking hell, right? It's going to happen, guys. You're going to regret the way you're behaving right now. But you'll never regret being kind to people. I'm bordering between millennial and Gen X. Ain't jack shit you can say to hurt my feelings. Yeah. I've heard it all. Okay. I had a Trump voter tell me he wished my niece would get cancer and die. And then she did get cancer. When I tell you there's nothing you can say to me, there's nothing you can say. She's fine now, praise be. She's a wonderful, wonderful kid. I was also told by a high schooler that she wanted to, was just sending me, she was basically doing to me what Kendra was doing to the kids in Unknown Number, right? Just thousands of DMs and Instagram for like weeks and weeks and weeks, to the point that she was saying she wanted to kill me and chop me up into little pieces and throw me in the woods where no one could find me. Okay? Oh my God, not him clocking her cancer tea. I know. I was like, what the fuck? That was crazy. And she was only 9 months old. It was so sad. She's fine now. She's been in remission for years, and she's in pre-K, and she's the fucking best. But that was, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't fucking get it. Because you haven't been through anything. All your parents are probably still alive. Your grandparents are probably still alive. Right? people around you as you get older are going to start dying. They're going to start getting sick, and you're going to start looking back on your life and wondering if there were things you should have done differently. Or you're going to be treated poorly. And remember how you treated others poorly. Reality comes for us all, children. Hopefully it'll just be a distant memory for her. Yeah, I mean, she had to do scans and stuff for a long time. But it would be me and my sister taking her to Philadelphia to go to the hospital, because that's where her incredible doctor was, who was like the number one researcher in her kind of cancer. So I think a lot of it, well, she doesn't really remember a lot of it because of anesthesia, but also she remembers like hanging out with us in the hotel rooms and stuff, right? And like there was one day that was like really bad in the hospital where she was just like coming out of anesthesia and she was so upset. But now she remembers it and she's like, remember when we got ice cream and I said I didn't want nothing in my belly? And like she just, for now, she's remembering like the good parts of it. But I think all of us are ready if she starts to show signs of like carrying the trauma in her body, right? Or whatever it is. So, love her so much. She's the best. How did they discover it, diagnose her? She had, oh my God, I'm starting to cry. She had like a lump in her neck, and it was kind of pushing on a nerve that was like closing her eye a little bit. And my sister is in healthcare. And so she noticed it right away. I still, when I look at pictures, I can't tell. But my sister noticed it, and they took her to her primary care, and they were just like, oh, it's probably just swollen lymph nodes. Don't ever fucking not get a second opinion, guys. My sister was like, I don't fucking believe that. And so they were like, yeah, we'll send her out for an MRI in a couple weeks or whatever it was. No, it was neuroblastoma. But my sister just knew something was up. And so she was like, we need to go to the hospital. And so they took her to the hospital, the children's hospital, and she stayed there for a week. Because they found shit. It was crazy. It was fucking crazy. She was 9 months old. She started on one form of chemo that just wasn't budging. It wasn't working. And then she got on another one, which was like a fucking miracle. It's like a miracle drug that worked like this. Like, I mean, the cancer was just like evaporated. And this was a drug that had only really been used in adults, and they had just started using it in kids within like the last 5 years, I think. And so they were doing like clinical trials and stuff. Like if my niece had been born like 5 to 6 years ago, she would have had to have like a horrible, like invasive surgery. Who knows if it really would have come back or whatever, right? She didn't even need surgery. The tumor was just like gone. And I got to be in the room when they said that. It was fucking amazing. But yeah, so she's a wonderful, strong kid. Your sister's a fucking G for dealing with, oh my God, my sister. I mean, because of course none of it was smooth, right? Like she also had like, when she was on the first chemo, and I don't know if it's related or not, because she had a port too. She would have seizures, and those were fucking scary. And so anytime there was a seizure, my sister had to like rush, or my sister and her husband had to like rush to the hospital. There was one night that I had to drive to the hospital because she was having a seizure. I mean, like, cancer is truly like a family disease, right? Like we were all so traumatized by the whole thing. My best friend's dad passed suddenly a couple years ago from cancer. Your niece is so blessed. Thank you. I'm really happy that she's okay. It's real bad. Cancer sucks. But she's okay. And so I'm so happy, you know? I'm so happy that she's okay. What the fuck were we even talking about? God, I feel like I cry on this show all the time, but maybe that's good for me. Fuck cancer, amen. Adam is cancer. I fucking hate you people. Oh my god. Oh my god. Lost my little cousin this last year to cancer, 25, and got diagnosed in February. Oh my god. Yeah, some of it is just so aggressive. Go to the doctor. Get your shit checked out before, you know, as soon as you're worried about something. And don't listen if a doctor is just dismissive, because they'll be just like, oh, don't worry about it. And I think about the fact that if she was my kid and I didn't really know enough about medical stuff, I would have been like, okay, and would have been like weeks behind in treatment for her. I had a Stanford cardiologist tell me at 14 she thinks I'm just anxious and need to see a therapist. 2 days later, a neurologist diagnosed me with a nervous system disorder. Oh, shit. You have your cancer aftercare routine tomorrow? What does that mean? Are you okay? Yeah, my sister, I mean, she carried everything on her back for a long time. And I was happy that I had a following on Instagram by then. And so like I was able, like I mentioned, I was able to raise money on GoFundMe, and we raised like $90,000 for my niece and my sister, because my sister had to take time off from her job to do all this shit. And so that was like, I was like, oh, this is what it was all for. Like, this is why it all happened. You know, like if nothing else happens, if I make no other change in the world, because that's, you know, I'm someone that wants to do that. And I was like, if I make no other change in the world with this platform, with what I've built, I can die a happy person. War Pixel's okay. I had cancer. I'm 1 year cancer free. All right. We love that. Oh, Carissa, thank you. Oy vey, we are off track. So yeah, shout out everybody. Shout out to everybody except for Cancer and Adam McIntyre. Be kind to people. Life is way too short. I think that's what I was saying to the Adam fans. Life is too short to be mean on the internet. Shout out to his family. All right, so let's listen to what Tamara has to say about her experience of this misinformation about Ethan and Hila leaching into her life now that she works on the show.
Go over there.
Okay. Go over there.
Okay.
I love this shirt. I feel like she's worn it before, and I love it. It's like
I know, I hear that music and I
a
just
little
feel the need to
crop.
apply.
It's so cute.
So, what's your stories?
I mean, yeah, Ethan, people
Fucking
think
hate
you
bro.
are evil. And it's super, super frustrating because I think a lot of people just see little bits online and they want to be like, oh, he's a bad guy. He's a Zionist. And like, and it's so frustrating because I'm like, bro, do you even watch him? And they never do.
They don't.
And at a certain point, it's like, feels disrespectful to me that I'm like, if you think I'm reasonable
Right.
and you know I watch Ethan, like it's just so incredibly upsetting and frustrating people just call you a Zionist and they assume you support Israel. And yeah, people think it's just so frustrating because you've never said that, and people don't know, they don't watch.
Yeah.
But it's just an easy.
And I think her point about it being like the common sense is like out to lunch, right? Of like, if you think I'm a good person and I'm a smart person, then what do you think of me if you believe all these things about Ethan, right? Like, maybe the opinions you've heard from random people who don't watch him aren't true. Maybe me, a sensible person with a brain who you actually know, who has direct information, is right. But it's the same thing with Trumpers, where they just won't even believe their family members. They alienate their entire family and friend groups just to keep believing the lie. And she has another piece here about the fact that like her Jewishness seems to also be impacting the way people respond to her and react to her.
Thing to say.
What is your opinion for how this became so prevalent? Is it just like Hassan, TikTok, Twitter? It's relentless.
I think it's like people like Hassan, like it's just so easy to call you guys Zionists, and people. I can honestly understand how people who don't watch the show, it's like, well, he must be supporting Israel because, like, why else is everyone calling him a Zionist, right? You know, you usually wouldn't assume people are just lying.
It's like an avalanche.
Right, and that's what someone posted on Reddit about that, how it's called the big lie, and basically it is a theory. Here. Shocking, it comes from Hitler. A big lie is a gross distortion or misrepresentation of the truth, primarily used as a political propaganda technique. The German expression was first used by Adolf Hitler in his book Mein Kampf to describe how people could be induced to believe so colossal a lie, like all the Jews are bad, because they would not believe that someone could have the impudence to distort the truth so infamously. So it's similar to on a different scale when someone lies about having cancer, right? You are, even if you know it in your soul that they're lying, it's just really a cancer episode for some reason tonight. Even if you know in your soul they're lying, you're still like, why would someone lie about that? There's no way someone would actually do that, right? Shout out Boogie. Right? It's like, why? The point is to do something that is so against human logic that people think it can't be false. Like, it would be so against human logic to lie about this that the person must be telling the truth. So what Tamara is saying here about, like, well, everyone's saying it, so why would they say that if it's not true, right? I'll just back it up a little bit.
And people, I can honestly understand how people who don't watch the show, it's like, well, he must be supporting Israel because, like, why else is everyone calling him a Zionist, right? You know, you usually wouldn't assume people are just lying.
It's like an avalanche.
Yeah. So it's also just frustrating because Zionism has come to mean just like blindly supporting Israel. So it's a whole thing, but it is really upsetting. And I've had a lot of arguments with good friends who have kind of made me feel as if I've done something morally questionable. And I'm like, I really love Ethan.
Thank you.
I think he's a really great guy.
That's so sweet.
So nice.
You know, watching you as a fan, I thought you were great. Then meeting you, you are great. And it's really upsetting how it's just.
Hold on, Dan. Stop laughing. We need we need Tamara on the mic more often.
Got a problem, Dan?
We need to get her as a permanent spot. And Dan laughing over there. Go on, please.
No, I'm not gonna gas you up too much. Okay, you definitely have your problems, buddy.
All right, there you go.
You definitely have your problems, buddy. So sweet. So sweet. Hey, listen, someone has to gas Ethan up because, I mean, AB doesn't really do it anymore. I feel like AB's moved into a role of like secondary hater now. So just hearing Tamara be like, I love you, Ethan, it's just so sweet. It's just so sweet.
There you go. All right.
I'm just saying.
Come on. Don't we all?
Yes, we all do. And you're not a bad guy, and you're not a genocide lover. You're just you, and you are troublesome sometimes. But that's why people love you.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that little. Mm-hmm.
Is that why you love me?
I don't know. It's not your fault. A little bit, I guess. You know what? You know why I do love you, Ethan? Because you are just yourself, and you will always, at least that I've seen, take accountability and apologize, and you're just a very sincere person, and it's upsetting how easy it is to just kind of put you in a category, and so many people think it.
The truth is, too.
First of all, I just gotta say that's them lagging, not me. I just have to say that. We have had so many issues here this last week. But yeah, so I mean, I love their relationship with each other. It's very sibling. It's very brother sister to me. And I just love, there's just like it's like just kind of stuttering a little on their end.
I don't think people would have such an easy time writing me off as some evil person if I was not Jewish. Mm-hmm. I think for them, it's all part of the story that even unconsciously they go, of course he's a Zionist. He's an American, he's a liberal Zionist. Of course he supports Israel. Of course.
I think he meant liberal Jew there, or American Jew. Yeah, it's like when you hear the big lie, right, or the conspiracy theory, then other things that are just consequential, circumstantial, whatever, start to feel like they are proving the point, right? Like, oh, well, he's this huge Zionist, well, he is Jewish, and that like makes the big lie easier to swallow, right? Like, I think a huge reason that the big lie worked for Hitler is that Jews were a minority that a lot of people didn't understand. And I think that's still sadly kind of true right now, right? Like, they are such a small ethnic group that a lot of people haven't met Jews, which is crazy to me, right? It's like the same way a lot of people haven't met trans people. And so it's easier to believe a caricature or like a boogeyman version of those people when you haven't had like real life experience with them. And so I think that is a piece of why it worked during the Holocaust, and I think that's why it's working now. Because it's easy to believe things about people you don't understand. Yeah, chat, I'm Jewish, AMA. We had one known Jew in my town. I happened to grow up in an area with a lot of Jewish people. I went to a Jewish preschool that was at the synagogue and like learned the Baruch Atah Adonai, that like prayer thing, because we would say it before our lunchtime. So I went to bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, Jewish weddings. Like, have I ever been to a Jewish funeral? Or the Sat Shiva? I don't think I have. And I haven't ever been to a Seder, and I really want to go to a Seder. That's like life goals, bucket list, is to be at a real Seder. But yeah, so I think that, but I grew up Catholic, right? I went to Jewish preschool, and then I went to Catholic school. And so I think having that exposure, I don't know. I think it's been helpful with this whole thing. I have only met a few Jewish people. Yeah. The first time I met a Jewish person was at 19 at culinary school. My bestie growing up was Jewish. We learned a lot about each other's religion. Yeah, one of my best friends was Jewish growing up. And one of my brother's best friends was Jewish. Like, pfft. My area is mostly Hispanic, and I've only knowingly met one Jewish person before. Yeah, Jewish person. I keep saying Jewish person. So that I think that is a piece of it, right? Like the exoticism can be weaponized. And then it's easy to say, oh, well, now Ethan is just hiring Jews that agree with him, right? When they see Tamara, which is fucking anti-Semitic, but they don't think it's anti-Semitic because they feel like it's rooted in the morality of fighting against a genocide, which is fucking not. It's just anti-Semitism.
I genuinely think so. I do. And it is, right? I mean, it is anti-Semitic on its face. These people, there's a group of people who are defaming me all around the internet, and everybody's falling in line and just being like, evil Zionist. Yeah. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it is. It's like, of course you don't, you hear he's a Zionist. Well, of course that makes sense. He's Jewish. His wife is Israeli.
Yeah,
you know?
They're evil.
And for me also, I think I swear people, because I'm Jewish, people attribute me.
There was a moment, I think it was like this summer when my in-laws were visiting, and they were like, oh, the best bagels were at like Zimmerman's. It's like a place in Michigan. And I was like, oh, is it like a Jewish bakery? And they were like, no, I think he was German. And I was like, it was something where they ended up saying like, it got to the point where I was like, oh, well, there used to be Jews in Germany. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of reasons that people haven't met a lot of Jews before. And one of them is kind of big. My housemate is Polish, but alas, not Jewish. Well, there's another reason for that too. Jewish people are integral to New York City's culture. Ugh, yes. Shout out matzo ball soup. God damn. If matzo ball soup is on the menu, you know I'm getting it. You know I'm getting matzo ball soup if it's on a menu. It's so fucking good. I've seen people spreading the dual loyalty rumor about Ethan. It is so gross and totally Nazi talking points, and the same talking points used to put people in internment camps. What's the dual loyalty rumor? Let me look that up. We're really just like meandering around tonight. I hope you guys enjoy that, because literally all I prepared is just chatting about this episode. Okay. Loyalty to two separate interests that potentially conflict with each other, leading to a conflict of interest. Oh, American Jewish Committee. Let's see like what the specific is. Dual loyalty is a bigoted trope used to cast Jews as the other. For example, it becomes anti-Semitic when an American Jew's connection to Israel is scrutinized to the point of questioning his or her trustworthiness. Oh, okay. Well, and I can see this being sort of manipulated to be about, oh, well, if you care about people in Israel, how can you really care about people in Palestine, right? Yeah, it totally makes sense. Daily Stormer. This is new. This is from 2018, right? Like what happened to Japanese Americans. Exactly. Yeah, every Japanese American on the Western Coast, the West Coast, was put in internment camps because they couldn't be trusted, even though they had been born here. No, they have this inherent loyalty to Japan. Can we talk about the fact that there was no fucking need for us to drop not one, but two atom bombs on Japan out of the 3 countries in World War II? Some people have like, they talk about the Roman Empire. My Roman Empire is thinking about the fact that Japan did not fucking deserve that smoke. They did horrible shit too, right? We all did horrible shit, but like, what the fuck? They were trying to surrender, exactly. 2 to 1 country? Bananas. Okay, let's go back to finishing Tamara's a little bit, and then we'll watch Nate's.
Thinking that you're not crazy. To me, also being Jewish, and it's it's really upsetting.
Oh, then it can feel like a conspiracy.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
There's two of them now.
I appreciate that, and it's nice to hear. I think everybody's, a lot of people in the fandom, and even a lot of people here seem to be experiencing stuff like that. And Nate, you said you have a story.
Yeah. Well, I had a family member just randomly post a TikTok on their Instagram story one time talking about you, and I knew this family member doesn't watch you at all. They know nothing of the show. I think they only hear your name in passing through like TikTok videos, and I messaged them and I was like, "Why'd you post this video?" Especially because they knew I worked here, and they're like, "Oh, I just have opinions on him." But I was like, "But why? You don't watch him at all? You never seen a bit of him?"
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like it's not just snarkers that are sharing this stuff, right? It's like leeching into normal people's lives and their feeds. And so they are like, "Oh wow, this guy sucks," right? And so they're just jumping on the bandwagon because nobody wants to be associated with people who are pro-genocide. Of course not. But that's not what's happening here. And then by that point, it's hard to untangle it and explain it, right?
And they're young. They're like 17, 18 when they posted this. And so I'm like, you don't know. Like,
You're just shitting on a random Jewish guy.
Well, yeah, you're just shitting around. And the weird part was that the video was like a pro Trisha video.
Oh,
and I was
that's crazy.
But that's the crazy
whole
part. I'm like, but you also don't watch Trisha Paytas. So I don't know why you're.
But Trisha's the actual Zionist. She literally gets paid from the state of Israel to fly massive flags in front of her fucking house.
Yeah, but she's
also,
not Jewish.
like, talk about a problematic person. Like, if you're gonna waive everything that Trisha has done, which is like a huge past, but
Wait, is it
somehow
different?
you're not okay.
No, but the one
she's
thing
not
that
Jewish.
everybody's hating on me for, Trisha does and has done way more her whole career. And
So
I've
she's
been
not
consistently
Jewish.
like pro-Palestinian and anti-Netanyahu and West Bank settlements my whole career. People found my old Reddit account, and what's funny is they all want to be like, "Oh, this guy's crazy." But the one comment I don't see any of the haters talking about is one from 14 years ago. Maybe you guys can fish it up and send it to me, of me saying that I don't support Netanyahu and the West Bank settlements. 14 years ago. From an account nobody knew me on. So
Yeah, so according to these people, he hasn't changed at all, right? Everything is fair game from 10 to 14 years ago, but the comments, the tweets, the posts that don't confirm their bias, oh, well, he's changed now, right? Oh, he was lying then. It's fucking bullshit. One interesting part that they pushed on it a lot with the Hutch guest is that the guy wouldn't admit to who he watches. And that's just like such a MAGA thing. Like whenever I have gotten into a debate with someone online who is, pushing for Trump's policies or spouting information, they like refuse to give me a source, right? Because they know their source is bullshit. They know it's not reliable. And then this guy says that he doesn't trust big streamers, which is like a textbook leftist problem. Not that you should blanket trust people with big platforms, right? I don't think that that's true. But to me, the way he talked about it, saying that they're untrustworthy when they're too big, it's the problem that's running throughout like the extreme leftism of literally any time someone they have deemed worthy, pure enough, actually gets popular, then they fucking hate him. It's happening right now with Mamdani, with Zohran Mamdani, who is a fucking socialist, and he could very well win the New York City mayoral race, which is incredible. It's a beautiful thing. But they're already calling him like an industry shill. Right? So it's that same thing. It's like what ContraPoints was saying, is that they don't want power. They just want to constantly, continually critique power. And then we heard from Hila. And I thought that this was important to play again.
His fans.
Is Hila talking about her friends who don't talk to her anymore because of her support for Palestine. The fact that she is not strong enough about supporting Israel. So this is the rock and the hard place that actual people with actual ties to that region are in, because we see Hila having this issue, we see AB having this issue, right? Ethan as well. It is complicated for people that fucking live there, that have connections there, right? It is complicated. You cannot say it's not. Not saying the genocide is complicated. That is not what I'm saying. That should not be happening. But what I'm saying is the feelings about it are complicated, because when you get pressure from both sides, it becomes impossible, right? Because these are people you care about on both sides. And thank you for the follow. Maybe we'll hit 70. Would it be 7,800? Yeah. But here's Hila talking about it. And she had mentioned, I think it was close to when October 7th happened. I remember her talking about this friend whose husband had died, or whose boyfriend had died at the Nova Music Festival. And because I remember her saying, like, they thought they were going to get married and all this stuff. So I remember this. I did not know that there had been fallout since then. So here's Hila talking about it.
I mean, I don't think he's going to get any detractors. I haven't seen the
We do too, by the way. Like, for pro-Israel people, we're not pro-Israel, so they're upset at us too.
Yeah.
I don't know if people know that. That's when I mentioned that I lost
Hila's
a
best
friend.
fucking stopped talking to her.
When I mentioned that I lost a friend since October 7th, it wasn't because I'm pro-Israel enough. That's why. It's because I didn't. She wanted me to post, I stand with Israel and all this stuff on Instagram, and I was like, I can't do that. Like, that's, it's more complicated than that. Mm-hmm. And I got this, like, all of my friends, basically, we had a small circle of friends that we would still meet every time I go there and still talk. Pretty sure they all don't talk to me anymore, because it's kind of like, it's the circle.
Right.
Yeah,
So.
And because they are so close to it, right? Where when you are that close to a traumatic situation, you are bound to look at things differently, feel differently, be more single-minded about it, right? It was like when Galia was saying that Ukrainians, of course, are sympathetic to what's happening in Gaza. They are thinking about it, right? They are seeing the parallels, but number one is like surviving till the next day, right? We all triage what we care about. We all feel differently about, in like different degrees about things. And so these friends these friends feel that one way to alleviate their suffering would be for their friend Hila to post more about Israel and to be more explicit about supporting Israel, which she doesn't always, right? This is similar to what the online pro-Palestinian movement is doing, right? Where they are pushing normal people to say shit as if getting or arguing with their cousin about it or fighting with a celebrity online is going to help anyone in Gaza, right? It's the same thing. The same thing is happening on both sides, where people think that these smaller conflicts with real people are helping anything, and it's not. It's not helping. But I also have no judgment for people that are this close to it, right? People that are actively grieving people who died on both sides. Like when the uncommitted movement, which I was part of, I voted uncommitted in the primary because we didn't have a primary. When Palestinian Americans were saying that they would not vote for Biden, period, right, in the general election, I had and have nothing of judgment to say about that, right? Like, I do not judge them for a fucking second for feeling that way, right? Do I personally think that that is has been productive, maybe not necessarily, but it is not my place. It is not my place to judge people that are so close to a situation that I don't fully understand. The problem is in the arrogance of people assuming that they understand everything perfectly, right? That's when this happens. Ugh. I can't imagine being in Israel and not agreeing with the government, but that's your home. I mean, I can imagine that because that's happening in the US right now. I fucking hate it here. They're talking about nullifying my marriage, right? Canceling fucking child cancer research, which is so personal to me. It's not hard to imagine how a lot of Israelis feel right now. Amen. Yes. Also hate it here. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I think Hila has a little bit more to say here.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat with you.
These
guys.
are her childhood best friends that I've spent. I've spent days.
Yeah.
I've known them for years, right?
Yeah.
The friend you're talking about, her sister's boyfriend, was it her sister's boyfriend?
Her sister's boyfriend died at the Nova.
He was slaughtered by a bunch of terrorists.
Yeah, so that is so much closer than any of us are to this issue, right? Imagine your sister just being so deep in grief and mourning, right? They are going to have a different relationship to what's going on. And they are in a place where a lot of us were, most of the country was, like after 9/11, where there was like this swell of patriotism because everyone was fucking losing their minds, right? And you're just trying to find a way to feel like you're not weak, like you're not falling apart, right? You're just trying to do whatever you can to put one foot in front of the other. Like that's literally what it is. Like have these people that are criticizing Ethan and Hila like never felt profound grief before? I've been thinking about that more and more. Like we know that they are probably pretty young, right? And like I said, their parents are probably alive, their grandparents are probably alive. Like I don't think that a lot of these people have experienced the kind of grief that you just kind of have to just find any way to try to make sense of. Do you know what I mean? They exist primarily online, probably not. Yeah. And this is the thing. I don't wish trauma on anyone, right? But it does, at least death, which is going to happen to all of us, right? And it happens to the people around us. At least that is like a natural thing for most of the time that gives us perspective and gives us empathy and understanding, right? Like, I don't understand how you can, unless you are just like capable of dehumanizing people, an entire country, Israelis, or an entire ethnicity, Jews. I don't understand how you can hear a story like this and not completely understand both why her friend is upset with Hila and also why Hila didn't do what she asked. And why neither of them are necessarily wrong. Right? The guy who called in to debate Hutch couldn't be older than 21, let's be real. Yeah, you're probably right. All right, so let's hear more from Hila.
Very close to them, and they thought they would get married, and he was basically part of their family, so it hit them really hard. And but you know, she was like, you have all this following, you need to post about Israel and show your support. And I was like, I'm doing what I can, but not like you want me to.
Ironically, it's
so she stood up to her childhood best friend in Israel, whose sister's boyfriend, essentially her sister's fiance, was brutally murdered in the largest terrorist attack to happen on Israel, like in a long, long, long time, right? Hila did that. Could any of these people say they would do the same? She stood up to somebody who was that deep in grief and desperation because she didn't agree with what they wanted her to do, which was supporting Israel more full-throatedly. But Hila is the top enemy. I think most of us would do anything we could to take away the pain of our loved ones, right? Like, so to do that, to be confronted with your best friend, your childhood friends, like deep, inconsolable grief, and to still be principled, that is so courageous. That is so strong-willed. And I don't think any of the people who are criticizing Hila have even like a thimble's worth of that kind of resolve. This is someone who grew up in that culture, right? Grew up in that culture, grew up with these friends. And she sacrificed all of that to support a free Palestine. Lost all of her friends in Israel. Just so y'all would call her a fucking baby killer. Yeah, grew up witnessing terror attacks. And still has the presence of mind, has the conviction, has the moral center to not dehumanize Palestinians, right? And to be brave enough to sever ties with people who are asking of her things that she can't do. This is your number one enemy, internet? This is the person who is your number one enemy? This is who you're spending all of your time making fun of and targeting and harassing and drawing and making cartoons about? This is your number one? We're fucked. We're fucked if so. That level of moral clarity is so rare and should be held up as a standard. Exactly. These are the people that should be your biggest allies. These are Israelis who are conscientiously objecting to the propaganda, right? And to like doing things that would make their friends who are in deep, inconsolable grief feel better because it doesn't align with their values. Values that they are being told they don't actually have. It is completely nonsensical. It is fucking asinine. But I do have a little bit of good news when it comes to this kind of thing, okay? It turns out not everybody who believes this stuff about Ethan and Hila is incapable of having their mind changed. So when was this? This was yesterday. Over the weekend, I posted a picture of myself in my adorable new Teddy Fresh dress. If you guys were here on Monday, you saw me rocking it on live TV at a basketball game. And not on Monday, on Sunday night. Was it Sunday night I did it? Oh, God, I'm such a burnout. I don't remember. I don't even smoke. Anyway, I posted it on Instagram and I tagged Hila and Teddy Fresh because I just really love the dress. And I'm also, as I said at the top of the show, just so grateful that they do offer plus sizes, right? Like it's one of my favorite brands, and the fact that they offer clothing in my size is sadly rare, and I was just so grateful for it. So I got a message from someone who follows me on Instagram. They hadn't talked to me before, but I do think they were following me before this, because I do have like a bit of a following over there. But this is what they had to say. Yo, I know you care about Gaza and Palestine and such, but Teddy Fresh is run by an IDF soldier, and both her and her husband are Zionists. Just wanted to inform you on this. So like Ethan said today, this person really thinks they are doing the right thing. They think that they are bringing to my attention something that doesn't align with my values, right? They are trying to be helpful. They are trying to show me, what I might have missed. And I said very politely, I said, hi, she's not an IDF soldier. She did mandatory conscription at 18, which was over 20 years ago. She voted against Netanyahu twice. Trying to keep it very specific, trying to show like exactly the facts, instead of getting mired down and like, oh, who are you listening to? And that you can't trust them, blah, 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 right? And just went straight to it. And so this person says, she did? Had no idea that she'd voted against Netanyahu. I thought they were both like hyping him up, which is exactly what that guy today was saying, right? That they, full-throatedly support Israel and Netanyahu, which we all know is not fucking true. Hyping him up. Also, I was sure she was a soldier or used to be. And so I gave this person more information. I said she served in the IDF, but not by choice. 2 years, like every other Israeli woman, right? Again, this was 20 years ago, when the idea of objecting was a lot more difficult. She was a secretary doing desk work, never fired a gun, went on a single arrest/raid and said it was surreal. Like, they never play the clip past Hila saying that she went to a raid. They don't show how she was so uneasy talking about it and how she thought it was surreal. Like, you just go into people's houses and there's guns everywhere. Like, she did not enjoy herself. That was not a good experience for her, right? And she never went on one again. And then he says this morning, oh, gotcha. Also, I apologize if I came off as rude in any way. That wasn't my intention at all. I guess I was misinformed and trying to look out for someone. And I said, no worries. I appreciate you being open to hearing the truth. So I show this because, yes, there are snarkers that will just never listen. And I don't think that those people are who Ethan and Hila should consider when they are trying to correct the record on themselves, right? Those people are not worth it. But there are tons of people in the middle of this situation who are underinformed, who probably don't watch Hassan or Ethan, right? Who are just getting their information from all the little flying monkeys that are on TikTok and Twitch. And so they are absorbing information about Ethan through osmosis, but they aren't bad people and they can be corrected. And so these are the people that I think Ethan and the crew should be considering when it comes to getting back on TikTok and Twitter and all those other spaces, right? This is the kind of person you're going for. Just keep it about the facts. Show the facts. I think Hila's totally right about, pinning comments and responding to them. That's such a great aspect of TikTok. And people really enjoy seeing people responding to the comment that's tagged on the video. So I think that could be really helpful. Even if Ethan just goes on TikTok and says, I'm Ethan Klein. People on here have called me, you know, a horrible baby killing, genocide supporting Zionist. Ask me anything. Just a TikTok AMA where he spends a few hours just fielding comments from people because they'll come in fast and furious, right? So I don't know if Ethan will get what he wants from the snarkers. Let's see what this says here. So toward the end of the show today, Ethan put out a call to action to snarkers. Basically, he sent out the snark signal and invited snarkers to contact the show to confront him directly, to call him out on his Zionism and have a conversation about things in order to set the record straight. So here's what Ethan had to say.
Anyway.
By the way, this guy thinks you're so evil, but you, in your debate with Hassan, you said you don't think America should send aid to Israel.
Yeah, they think I'm lying. It's crazy. You can't win, right?
Voted against... Oh, you should have left that up. Hang on. Someone said, voted against Netanyahu is not the dunk you think it is. Do you think his opponent was a peaceful dove that loved Palestinians? So now... any vote, a vote against Netanyahu is also not enough. Like, that's just so stupid. Y'all are impossible. Y'all are impossible. All right, let's keep playing it.
It's just I'm lying. So my point is, how do I convince people like this?
Well, yeah, those people don't vote.
Right. How do I get through to people like this? I think one is we need to start making like compilations of all the times I've been pro-Palestine. I don't know. I think I might need to get on these social media platforms and start posting shit like that. But mostly what I want to do is invite people like this on the show to talk. Because when you talk to someone like this, there's no way to escape admitting ignorance. And hey, maybe.
And also, I think there's no way to remain immune to Ethan and Hila's humanity. I think it's really easy to hate people and to hate a caricature of people when you don't directly interface with them, right? I think I've talked a little bit about this. Like when you're in a fight with a friend, right? And it's all happening via text and it's just like flying fast and furious and you can't really get a read on what the other person means and it blows up like in your face or blows out of proportion or whatever. And then you guys like just go and meet each other in person and you both just smile and you're just like, what? I love you. That was really dumb. You know what I mean? Like it's easy via the internet to sort of be disconnected from someone's humanity. I very much doubt that anybody who actually had the courage to call in and talk to Ethan directly would not leave that conversation feeling differently about everything, right? I feel like that's impossible because you have to imagine for someone to call in, they really feel strongly that they are doing this from a place of like moral strength, right? They feel like they're doing the right thing, that they are fighting the good fight. And I think when they hear that Ethan is on the same side and that there's no debate about that, I think most people will understand. And also, just when you're talking human to human, it's much harder to smear and misinterpret and misunderstand each other.
Maybe you have some proof that I'm a Zionist and you can pull it up and we can talk about it.
All right. Someone said, I thought that would happen with Sam Cedar. See, I didn't know how like down the pipeline Sam Cedar was. He came in with an agenda. Like he came in with a strong agenda, and he is he's like a public figure, right? So I think that he needed to maintain his position in the public eye with his audience. So I think that he was a victim, like Hassan, of audience capture. And I don't think that that would be the same for your run-of-the-mill snarker, right? Unless one of those snarkers is like a Taylor Lorenz or someone like that. But I think just normal people, they're just trying to do what they think is best, right? Even if they're coming from like an evil energy with it. Sam Cedar was prepped by Hassan. Exactly. Because Hassan poisons any well that's headed in Ethan's direction. Oh, thank you. I love alpacas. Thank you so much. That's so cute. I don't know if I've ever seen one of these. That's really adorable. Yeah, Vigilant feeds him the tea. Yeah, there's a whole network of information. They're just bouncing around the bubble together, right? So I think that Sam Cedar, what happened with him is different than what would happen if Ethan actually spoke with like a non-public person, a private citizen.
I really want my biggest, I don't know if biggest haters even, is it people who think I'm a Zionist? I don't know, people who think I'm pro-genocide to call in. I do. I need it. I want to talk to you. I want to understand why you think that, right? And we can go over the details. Maybe you're right. Maybe I am pro-genocide and I forgot and I blacked out or something.
Also, somebody said
He's
that
so
you
fast.
should maybe reconsider getting back on TikTok and those apps.
That's
because,
what I said,
maybe, unfortunately, it is necessary.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say hire PR, but like
that shit's dumb.
PR is bullshit.
Yeah.
And I think like this is what actually, this is like just people talking to people, and you can't like, PR will publish an article that nobody will read. That's
Yeah, the thing about PR, and I saw people on Reddit being like, how has he not gotten PR yet? Like, he's so rich. Why doesn't he just get PR? PR is legacy media that none of these little ding-dongs are reading, right? If you're going to get a PR person, it's... Someone who would actually be effective would be someone like Love, right? Where they know a lot about SEO, but also they're in on the social stuff, because that is where these conversations are happening. And I don't think there are a lot of PR agencies that are current enough on the way the internet works, on the way specifically comment sections work, that they would make much of an impact for Ethan and Hila, right? They would try to get them placed in, like Hila said, different articles, but this is just the hard work of having one-on-one conversations. I really, really believe that Ethan and Hila are right on this. Because I mean, I've worked in the past with PR teams, right? At different jobs as someone in marketing. And so most of them are kind of like old school, and they don't understand why any of this is important. They don't understand why or how it impacts people's real lives. Right? I think Ethan needs to go back into the belly of the beast carefully, right? Thinking first and sort of planning things out, and not just, firing things off. At least at first, and just get a foothold there. They've lost the foothold there, and so it's just all this misinformation has just been allowed to fester, and it's something that is now impacting the crew directly, right? That they're feeling so, I mean, I'm just assuming they're feeling so exhausted from this. Maybe they're scared. Maybe they're just sad and anxious about it. Whatever it is that is, caused Olivia to take a step back. I think for the health of his crew and the health of himself and Hila, like, I think they have to go into fucking one-on-ones with these people. Like maybe PR could help. Maybe I'm only really familiar with the older ones, but I don't know. I don't think using AI will be helpful in this. I think that's just going to be seen as insincere. Like the point of this is to humanize Ethan. That is what's missing here. Like the information exists and these people could find it, but they still wouldn't believe it. So that is the barrier, is not necessarily information. The barrier is the fact that Ethan and Hila have been dehumanized to the point that people will believe anything about them. And even if they know something is untrue, they can say to themselves as they hit retweet or reshare, well, they might not be real, but they totally would do that. Right? So to me, this is all my opinion. I'm not discouraging PR, like do all the things, but I am not really familiar with how PR is going to break through to like early 20s people. We don't need to humanize Ethan. These freaks need to humanize themselves. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be happening. Right? They are not growing up fast enough. And so if Ethan wants to feel like he is not being misunderstood, I think he does have to like go to the mat and at least see if that works. And like I've said before, I think it's also important to use humor. I think that's something that in this situation, because it is so serious, feels like it's not appropriate. But I think that they could find a way to do it, right? They could make fun of Hassan. Like I saw someone just say, you know, a satirical bathtub shoot, right? Which we've talked about before, like a VOD of like brainstorming with the crew ways to improve his image, right? I just think there are ways to be like self-referential and to also poke fun at Hassan, right? Because like I said in the last stream, he is a person of power and privilege on the internet, right? And he is just punching down at people. And so I think more people need to punch up. And no one is better at punching up in certain situations than Ethan Klein, right? And it's when he's funny that he is the most charming. Because I think it brings out like an intelligence to him that other people don't have. Like comedy is an art. Comedy is harder than drama, right? Because it is such a nuanced thing. So I think that I can't believe I'm saying this. I think they should take a page out of the Logan Paul book, right? And start making fun of it, right? Start finding ways to get to the funny in this, and not in a way that's disrespectful, right? Not in a way that punches down on anyone, but punch up, punch at Hassan, punch at Twitch. Like the content nuke was great, not just because of the information, but the delivery and the way it was staged, right? And the timing of it and the punchlines. So like, I think if Ethan can get back to that, can find the core of that, which is challenging when something is so personal to you. But I think that something really cool could come out of this, and it's something he hasn't tried yet. Because we know these fallen fans think he's fucking funny, right? They used to watch the show. They used to be huge fans. So they enjoy that H3H3 humor. So why not use that to win them back? I think he can do it. And I think they have the brains on the staff to do it well. I think Morgan is a fucking comedy genius. I think Dan is so fucking funny. I think AB's perspective will be so important. And whether they admit it or not, these hoes are going to eat it up. They're going to be like Keemstar, rubbing their feet together in bed watching it. The hoes will eat. Exactly. So just start softening. Like, you don't have to do it all in one. And I think reacting and like answering questions is important, but the old H3, you know, like which is still the current H3, right? It's the comedy that sets him apart. Hassan can't fucking make a joke, can't take a joke, right? That to me is a strength that cannot be overstated. And cannot a hand that you cannot overplay. The ability to make people laugh and to see the ridiculousness of a situation. Yeah, fire up the Gatsby and let's make this absurd. Let's bring out the absurdity. And this is stuff I've said before, right? I've said before that they should lean into the comedy of it. I think it's worth a shot. And I think it will be fun, and I feel like it'll heal something. That continues to be my point of view. If I were working on the crew, that would be my recommendation. And I think a nice big brainstorming session would go a long way into finding the right way, like finding the pocket for this, right? That was the biggest difference between the two on Leftovers. Ethan's fun energy, and then just Hassan, like, yeah, exactly. That is his ace in the hole. He's fucking funny. He's funnier than Hassan. And when he is funny, he never sounds smarter, right? Like he is on, he is crisp, right? He doesn't sound like he's pleading his case. He doesn't have to plead his case. Healing the world with comedy, making a literal difference metaphorically. So true. Heal the world with comedy, Ethan. That is, to me, that's the way out of this. It's what they don't expect. I just wanna ride, never be back, but now I'm back on my feet. Healing the world with comedy. Ethan dogging Hassan for being born in New Jersey is burned into my brain. Yeah, like, let's fucking go. God, I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head all night. Thanks, guys. So let's watch the rest of this, because he does say, "Come own me," and I wanna hear him say that again. Where is my mouse? There it is. Okay.
It's not going to change anyone's opinion.
Sandra Bullock.
Like, maybe you being on TikTok might actually reach some people. I don't know. But I do like your idea.
People have so much faith in PR companies.
Mm-hmm. It's not. I think your idea, though, also of accepting calls is interesting.
I want calls.
The calls would be excellent TikToks. The calls coming in, like doing those either live or as a VOD or whatever. I think live would be crazy and it would be fun. Those would make insanely good TikToks. Those would make great TikToks, great shorts, right? Great shorts for the algorithm on YouTube as well. So I think that's people would eat that shit up. I think that is the best way to respond, is doing it person to person, and then also doing like short form comedy, like 1 minute sketches or whatever to put on TikTok, or doing more like cold opens with little sketches or whatever during or at the top of the live show, or doing VODs. Like there are so many ways to inject more comedy into this. Yeah, remember when Hassan was telling iDubbbz don't laugh while they watch the content nuke? Because Ethan is fucking funny. He was making his arch nemesis laugh. Okay? There's a lot of places they can go, especially with Tamara and Morgan's input, 100%.
PR firm could definitely help you. However, they only work if you listen to them.
You're looking at your PR team. You don't listen.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, well, a PR team of sorts, for sure. Yeah, and that's a good point. I wouldn't listen to them anyway.
I have one too.
I already pay a PR team I don't listen to. What, Nate?
Nate.
I have one too.
You have one what?
So
PR
good.
team?
PR team?
Why do you need a PR team?
Yeah.
You're literally
Your tech
just
director.
this live
you
switcher,
switch.
bro.
People are speaking on his behalf, misrepresenting him.
So here's what I want. I don't know how to put out the bats.
Yeah, he made fucking Frogan laugh. Like that is, nothing is humanizing these people more than when Ethan makes them laugh, right? And it humanizes Ethan too. I think we have it, right? To me, it feels like a great thing to try, and it would also just be fun for everyone, right? Fucking broccoli. You know, because then you're like, oh, Frogan's cute. She's funny, right? You really can heal the world with comedy, and so that's my vote. My vote is to get the chuckles up, get them goofs and gaffs firing.
Signal, right? But I need these people to call in. Come own me. Come call in and own my ass. Everybody, come on. Let's go. That's what I need. And also, yeah, I'm afraid I might have to get back on these social media accounts. And I'm not, fuck. And it sucks because
You're going to have to what?
get back on these social media sites. The battlegrounds.
You think posting more is going to help?
Dan,
Well,
shut up.
not like
help
when
you?
more just so like compilations and explanations and stuff.
TikTok okay.
Yeah, so I think, listen, I've said this before. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You gotta go with the funny, bro. You gotta go with the funny. That is where you are your strongest. That is where you can break people down. That is where you can win back these fallen fans. We know they're still watching. And they can pretend to hate you all they want, but if you get them giggling, it's going to be like old times. So I think it's great that we're doing like more fun stuff on the show, but also I think we need more. We just need more. If you're going to talk about this stuff, fucking make it funny. Make it funny. That's my plea. Oh my God. What else do we have for tonight? I think that's kind of it. That's kind of it, y'all. Dan has never looked good. That's ignorant, Dan. That's ignorant. The gynecologist with elephantitis. Yes, exactly. Like, I think that's the key. I think that being earnest isn't working because everybody is being so earnest right now, right? Like performatively so. And I think that it's a losing battle. It's not working. And it all just becomes noise, right? Of all these people just wringing their hands about everything, right? And trying to say the right things and just take everything so seriously. I think that's like the culture that Gen Z is like forcing on the internet, right? With like the purity testing and the virtue signaling and all that. I think everyone would benefit from levity. And finding the levity here is difficult, but I mean, who could do it better? Who could do it better? We're 2 away from 7,800. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for subscribing and liking. And shout out to the mods, as always, for being so wonderful. I'm going to try to figure out what we can do for Olivia and see if we can put something together for Wednesday's show. And then I just had a really good idea, but I'll keep it in my brain for now. And then I will also, I don't know if I should, I feel like maybe that's overstepping for me to be like, hey, this is what you should do. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll just leave it in here and see. And if they watch, then they'll see my free idea. But that's going to do it for tonight, y'all. It was a good show. I think that the chat with Tamara and Nate was wonderful. I was so glad that they spoke up, right? Because that is something that's kind of been lacking for good reason, right? So, sending love to Olivia. We are thinking about you, girly. Hope you're okay. Take the time you need. We hope you come back because we love you so much. But, yeah. And I will be back Wednesday with something mostly unrelated to H3. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet. But we will see what I come up with between now and Wednesday. Have a wonderful evening, everybody, and I will see you. Oh shit! Hang on. It won't be Wednesday. It'll be Thursday. Thursday I'll be back. Wednesday, basketball game. So Thursday night, we will do something nice for Olivia if I can. Okay? I had 3 times items viewership at my peak. Let's fucking go. All right. Love you guys. Bye.